At 7:45 on a rainy Monday morning, the entire sales department fell silent when the CEO slammed her hand on the conference table and looked directly at Daniel Brooks. "Do as I said, or quit," she said coldly. Daniel, a 33-year-old single father who had spent 5 years helping build the company, didn't argue. He simply nodded, walked back to his desk, and started packing his belongings into a cardboard box. What happened next left everyone in that office speechless. Before we continue, if stories about kindness, courage, and second chances touch your heart, please subscribe to Kindness Matters, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support helps us bring more uplifting stories to people who need them most. The company was called Brightcore Solutions, a growing technology firm in Chicago. Its CEO, Emily Carter, was 34 years old, brilliant, ambitious, and known for demanding perfection. She had built the company from a small startup into a business with hundreds of employees, but many people believed she had become so focused on results that she no longer noticed the people behind them. Daniel Brooks, 33, was one of those people. Every morning before sunrise, Daniel prepared breakfast for his 7-year-old daughter, Lily. Since losing his wife 3 years earlier, he had been both mother and father to the little girl who waited for him every evening with a drawing, a story, or a hug. Most of his co-workers knew he worked hard. Few knew how hard. That Monday, Emily announced a new policy. Everyone in management would be required to travel out of state for 3 weeks to secure a major contract. No exceptions. Daniel raised his hand carefully. "Ms. Carter, I understand how important this project is. I'm willing to work nights, weekends, anything you need. But I can't leave Lily for 3 weeks. I don't have family nearby, and her school year just started." The room grew quiet. Emily's expression didn't soften. "This company cannot make decisions based on personal situations," she replied. "If you want to remain a manager here, you'll travel with the team." Daniel swallowed hard. "I'm asking for another solution." That was when Emily delivered the words everyone would remember. "Do as I said, or quit." Daniel looked around the room. Some co-workers lowered their eyes. Others stared at him with sympathy but said nothing. He nodded once. "Then I quit." Back at his desk, he began placing framed photos, notebooks, and a small stuffed rabbit that Lily had given him into a cardboard box. The office was so quiet that people could hear the tape dispenser click. A young intern named Marcus finally whispered, "Mr. Brooks, are you really leaving?" Daniel smiled sadly. "My daughter only gets one childhood." Those words traveled through the office like a wave. As Daniel reached for the photo of Lily on his desk, something unexpected happened. Marcus stood up. Then another employee stood. Then another. Within moments, nearly the entire department was on its feet. "This isn't right," one woman said. "He's the reason our team succeeds," another added. Someone else said quietly, "A good company shouldn't force a father to choose between his job and his child." Emily heard the voices from the hallway and stepped back into the room. She expected anger. Instead, she saw something that unsettled her far more: disappointment. People weren't shouting at her. They were looking at Daniel with respect. Daniel lifted the box and turned toward the elevator. Before the doors closed, Marcus called out, "Thank you for showing us what matters." The elevator doors shut. For the first time in years, Emily felt uncertain. That evening, long after everyone had gone home, she walked through the empty office and stopped at Daniel's desk. One item remained behind, a folded piece of paper. It was a child's drawing. Crayon figures stood in front of a small house. Above them, in uneven letters, Lily had written, "Me and Daddy. He always comes home." Emily stared at the drawing for a long time. Memories she had buried for years began to surface. She remembered being 10 years old, waiting by a window for her own father, a traveling executive who missed birthdays, school plays, and holidays because work always came first. She remembered promising herself that success would never make her forget what people needed most. Somewhere along the way, she had forgotten. The next morning, Daniel was making pancakes for Lily when his phone rang. He almost ignored it. "Hello." "Daniel," Emily said softly. "This is Emily Carter. Could we meet?" 2 hours later, Daniel arrived at the office expecting paperwork. Instead, he found the entire staff gathered in the conference room. Emily stood at the front, holding Lily's drawing. "I was wrong," she said. I asked a good man to choose between his career and his child. No company should demand that. The room was completely silent. Emily continued, effective immediately, Brightcore will offer flexible travel arrangements, remote leadership options, and emergency family support for all employees. And Daniel, if you're willing, I'd like you to return, not because I need a manager, but because this company needs the kind of leadership you showed yesterday. Daniel looked stunned. You'd really change the policy? He asked. Emily nodded. Kindness without action is only a feeling. I want this company to do better. Daniel slowly set down the cardboard box he was still carrying. Then I'd like to come back, he said. The room erupted in applause. That afternoon, Daniel picked up Lily from school and told her he would still be home every night. I knew you would, she said with a grin. Months later, Brightcore became known not just for its profits, but for the way it treated people. Employee turnover dropped, morale rose, and the company grew stronger than ever. And every time Emily passed Daniel's desk, she remembered the lesson a single father had taught an entire company. Success means very little if we lose our humanity along the way. Because sometimes the bravest thing a person can do is stand up for what truly matters. And sometimes the greatest act of leadership is admitting you were wrong and choosing kindness instead. If this story touched your heart, remember, a small act of understanding can change a family, a workplace, and even a life. Be the reason someone feels valued today. Kindness matters.